Okay, so Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Right, so meditation, what's the point of it? How do you do it? And something about the roadmap. Okay, so to begin to understand meditation, you need to have some understanding of the mind. If you don't understand mind, you don't understand meditation. Right? You can do what you want, but you don't get the picture. So it's important to know what the mind is. The mind is not the brain. That's the first thing. The brain's an organ. The liver's an organ. The heart's an organ. The lungs are organs. Kidneys are organs, right? The brain is an organ. It has a neural network, the same as your heart. Your heart can think independently. Your heart can remember independently, can measure independently, and your heart emits out an electromagnetic field that can interact, not the brain. Young, you can only think you've been taught to think. How are you taught to think? Well, now in particular, we are engaged with all the screens. So visually, frequency, sound, so many different ways to influence what to think. When you're about 18 months old, this construct, this internal construct, you identify with it. You identify with it because it's given. Live with this. You live with this label. I am X, Y, and Z, and this is my personality. No, your personality was created. It ain't yours. It's the society you're born in. And if the society you're born in already is warped, you ain't coming out. You never know what's different. How can you? If you've always lived in a well, how will you know what's outside a well? So we begin by first recognizing, okay, there's this thing called the mind. Those who know the mind, you need to know the map in order to recognize where you're going. So the question, when we begin to do meditation, we find that there are times we come into this silent space, and there are times which many people describe as, well, that was just awful because my mind was all over the place. Well, that's a good meditation. Now you realize what your mind is doing, and you separate it from it. This allows you to look at things with a little bit of distance. And over time, you will realize that all that nonsense, and it is all nonsense, you can see it for yourself. All of it, the stories you tell yourself about yourself, the stories you tell yourself about others, the stories in which you're the victim, the stories in which you drag all your past with you, and the stories that give you anxiety about what's going to happen tomorrow. That's where you live. It's the sewer. We don't you see something, see this. And the moment you see something, one fundamental truth that comes out of it is you are not it. Get it? Whatever you observe, whatever you can observe, by definition cannot be you. Can it? Do you reckon? If you see someone else, it means she's not me. Well, if you see your thought, on a second, I don't need to believe this stuff. So it's not just, it's the fact that we believe what we're thinking without ever questioning it. Ever questioning. We believe things about ourselves that others have either projected upon us or we have been conditioned into through our parenting, schooling, all that stuff. So this is the illness. That's now plagued the world. And this illness is that you're trying to keep this together. You can't. By default, you can't. Because it's like a shadow. It's constantly changing. The demands from outside are constantly making it like a hamster on a wheel. And you're desperately trying to hold on to some kind of normality. It's not going to happen. The more you try and hold on, the more desperate it gets. So meditation first releases us from this prison. Things are exactly as they need to be. Exactly. Whether you like it or not makes no difference. Apart from where you are. If it's going to rain, it's going to rain. Whether you scream about it or not makes no difference. So we begin to realize there are stuff that we're getting hysterical about in life which doesn't really concern us. Particularly those who are hooked into the whole soap operas. Our life revolves on other people's stories, virtual realities. Virtual reality. The other thing that comes out of meditation is some profound realizations, seeing things with real eyes, right? Realizations. And these realizations are first, your life has a time period. Everything has a start, middle, end. Everything has a start, middle, end. So as you observe your breath, you begin to realize, wow, everything has a start, middle, end, because it's in front of me. And everything is a cycle. Everything is a cycle. Now, if everything is a cycle, why am I running away from things? Why does death become such a huge issue if everything is a cycle? Why are you so different? What is so special about you that you are the one exception in the universe that isn't recycled? So we realize, there is a bigger picture. The realization that consciousness, the thing that question, that which sees the thoughts. Yeah, so you sit in there doing a bit of meditation and you realize you're thinking about what you're doing tomorrow. And so you bring your focus back to your breath or whatever, sound, whatever you're doing. What allows you to become aware of that? It's your conscience. So we define the two terms. Consciousness is like a mirror. It's always there. It's the bit that looks at the dream you're having and knows you're having a dream. When you say the word Coca-Cola in your mind, you can hear it. Who's listening? That's consciousness. Consciousness never changes. It just reflects. The mind is the bit that all the thoughts, language, all that stuff is in. Your ego. This is what we term ego, home, me, 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 me. We live in that. Not realizing that life itself, and as we go through meditation, we realize this other fundamental truth, that this consciousness is the very ocean, the very bedrock, the very source of all that there is. All that there is. So the fact that you have the 14th reincarnation of the Dalai Lama, think about it. 14th reincarnation. 14th. We can't remember what we had last Thursday. How do these people spend all their life? How do these people spend all their life dedicated? And millions of them. dedicated for this one truth, the truth to realize consciousness. Meditation is the doorway. All of them. Any tradition, doesn't make any difference. All of them start with this doorway. If you can't go in, you ain't going to go nowhere. So meditation allows us to go in. As we begin to realize what's going on within ourselves, we realize thoughts come and go, we realize emotions come and go, we realize sensations come and go, we realize everything around us is in a constant state of change. But there is that, but there is that within us that is still. And that's all it begins with, that stillness. And in that stillness, we begin to go. And in the stillness, we realize what is of value to us. Psychodrama every so, not by the intellect. And intuition comes from the heart. So when we talk about the mind, let's not confuse it with the organ. It is an artificially created entity in all of us, which helps us function. And there are 4 elements to it, which maybe we can talk about some other time. But it's an artificial construct that you identify with. This is what Freud called ego. This is what's known in the East, in particularly in my tradition, as home, I am, me. And then we identify ourselves with things. We feel that we are separate. And that illusion of separateness also creates our fear, also creates our anxiety, because we fail to realize that we are like a wave that's come out of the ocean of consciousness, and right this moment we are waving as we go along. The only moment we have is this moment. All the past is gone, and there is no future. This is just the moment that we're always will be present in. So meditation allows us to embed ourselves in that. And therefore we operate in the world, but we operate it from a kind of grounded space. So who makes the decision? Well, intuition should be now leading the decisions, not just the intellect. Okay, bit of meditation? Yeah, enough chit chat. All right, so as usual, there's a protocol that we need to go through. So we'll first, if you're comfortable in closing your eyes, close your eyes and just straighten your back a little bit. Pull your shoulders back. Notice that your chest is open. Notice that your chest is open. And as you breathe in, bring your focus to your body as best as you can. Okay. So we can look at the sensations in our body. So imagine there's a hula hoop above your head. And as it goes down, it lights up body, identifying any sensations that may be dominant. So this could be a pain, an ache, sensation, tightness, an itch. Scanning your body all the way down. Okay. Next breath in. Bring your focus now to the seat you're on. And your intention. Okay. So meditation begins to what's going on with me. So bring our focus first to the chair that we're on. Locate ourselves. And you will notice that the chair holds you in place, so you can afford to relax a little bit. Soften your body a bit. Notice that there are sensations where the chair makes contact with your body or your seat. Bring your focus to those sensations. Next breath in, bring your focus upwards, so you become aware of your hips. And all next breath in, bring your focus upwards, so you become aware of your hips. And all you're doing is just noticing if there's any sensations that are there that are dominant, sensing that part of the body. And then as you breathe out, you bring your focus down your thighs. Again, remember you're looking for sensations coming towards your knees. And then from your knees, moving down towards your ankles. From your ankles, you notice your feet. And from your feet, you move your focus gently down to the soles of your feet. Again, as best as you can. Next breath in, bring your focus back to your seat. Notice that the back is straight and upright. And then as you breathe in or your breath comes in, you begin to move your focus from your lower back towards your middle back. Scanning the spine, scanning the back, looking for sensations. And all we want to do is just locate them. No judgment, no commentary. And then up towards your shoulder blades. And then bringing your focus towards your shoulders. And if you move your focus to the back of your neck, and just gently pull your chin in, you'll notice the back of the neck stretches. As you breathe out, you bring your focus down from your shoulders to your elbows. Remember, all we're looking for is sensations. From your elbows, you move to your wrists. It's like a massage with awareness. Moving your awareness now to the fingers on your hands. As you breathe in, you bring your focus now towards your eyes. Notice the darkness. Recognizing that you have awareness, or you are awareness. You have awareness of the back of your eyelids. Notice the sensations around your eyes. And then as you breathe out, softening this part of the body. Next breath in, bring your focus now towards your mouth. Notice the sensations around your mouth. Within your mouth. On the roof of your mouth. Bring focus to the tongue. Does it feel firm? Allow it to soften. To soften. Next breath in. Once again, becoming aware of your body as best as you can. Notice anything dominant. Notice the posture. Notice any aches, any sensations. Just identifying the location. Next breath in. Bring your focus to your inner space. Bringing your focus towards your thoughts first. What's present at the moment, if anything? How does your mental space feel? Do you feel alert or do you feel drowsy? Does your mental space feel clear? Does it feel foggy? Bringing your focus now towards your chest, holding it at the surface of your chest. Begin to notice that the movement of your chest are synchronized with your breath. Breath comes in, your chest expands, and as it relaxes, the breath goes out. Hold your focus on the surface of your chest as best as you can. Notice there are sensations around your ribs, around the back, that accompany the movement of your chest. Subtle sensations. See if you can take your focus a bit deeper into your chest, as though it's right in the center of your chest. And just hold your awareness there. And as you hold your awareness there, notice how you begin to recognize how you're feeling right now. Does this moment feel comfortable, settled, pleasant, calm? Or does this moment feel uncomfortable, unsettled? Allow yourself to recognize, is this moment enough? On your next breath out, gently opening your awareness and begin to listen to all the noises around you. Allow them to come to you. You're not looking for them. No judgment, no commentary, just listening. When you're ready, bring your focus just beneath your nose. Your commitment is to hold your focus just beneath your nose and to look at the breath. Notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it goes out. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. If you notice that the in-breath comes in, stops, the out-breath goes out, stops. The in-breath as a start and an end. The out-breath as a start and an end. See if you can notice that. Notice the in-breath as it comes in, start, middle, end. Notice the out-breath as it goes out, start, middle, end. Allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Just a complete letting go of the breath. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. In breath moving in, out breath moving out. Nothing to do. Simply watch your breath. Bring your focus to your outer breath in particular. Follow it all the way till the end and notice when it stops. When exactly does it stop? Simply watching your out breath all the way till the end. And as you do that, allow your body to soften, to get deeper into the moment of now. Follow your out breath all the way till the end. Notice how you're breathing now. How does the breath feel? Does it feel light or does it feel heavy? Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? Stay with your breath. Nothing else matters. Does your breath feel cool or does it feel warm? And now, as best as you can, bring your focus to the sound of your breath. Try and listen to the in-breath as it comes in and as it goes out. Your focus entirely on the sound of your breath as best as you can. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Remember, you're listening to the in-breath, listening to the out-breath as best as you can. On your next breath out, once again, we open our awareness to all the sounds around us, including the sound of our breath. Listening, choiceless awareness, allowing any sounds around us to come to us. Listening. And we use the sounds of the bell to get into the silence, simply by following the sound as best as you can. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose and just sit with your breath, present in the silence. Notice your experience. Notice the qualities. If it feels calm, notice the calmness. If it feels silent, notice the silence. Stay with your breath, stay with the silence. Stay with your breath, stay with the silence. On your next breath out, gently expanding your awareness so you become aware of the whole body as best as you can. Your focus moving from your breath to include the body. Notice the body. Notice if there's anything dominant. Notice the stillness. Gently bring your focus to the seat that you're on. Notice you're still held in place. Sensations where the body and the seat make contact. Notice your hips. And then bring this focus down towards your thighs. Once again, just gently moving our awareness through towards our knees, becoming present to our physical body, moving down towards our ankles. Notice the feet. And then notice the soles of your feet. Bringing your focus back to your seat. Notice that the back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands are comfortable and relaxed. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Bringing your focus back to your breath. And now as the breath comes in, you sense your body. As the breath goes out, you sense your body. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel calm. Breathing in, you sense your body. Breathing out, you sense your body. Breathing in, you're at peace. Breathing out, you're at peace. In a few moments, you'll hear the sound of a bell. Use this sound to draw a few deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently opening your eyes.